What's up, Kingdom? It's your girl, Lynn, and I'm back at it again with another Kingdom Conversation. And today, God told me to tell y'all to check yourselves. And I mean check yourselves. So, I was asking God what he meant by this, right? So, if you keep seeing yourself attracting certain spirits, somewhere you have to check yourself. So, I'm going to give y'all this example, and it's me being very transparent and vulnerable with y'all, okay? So, this week, I was looking up a pattern of people and men in different relationships in my life. And I started to remember moments where these people were manipulating me. Like, I started to look at moments like, okay, this man, this relationship was manipulating me. This friend was manipulating me. Dang, how did I get manipulated here? You know what I'm saying? And God, and before I can even ask God a question, before I can even get it off my mouth, God told me, it's because you're a manipulator, Aaliyah. And I was like, what? First of all, I did not even think that God was going to tell me something like that. And God simply told me, it's because you are as well. So I was asking God, I was like, why is my spirit so much attracted to people who manipulate me or try to manipulate me? And God was like, you do the same thing. And I was like, God, I don't think that I'm a manipulator. And he was like, you may not be to a certain extent, but to get what you want, you will say what you need to say. And that's a form of manipulation. So God was telling me that if your spirit keeps falling for the same type of spirits over and over again, somewhere God is trying to get you to know something about yourself. If you ever notice when you get into a situation or some type of contention with a person, God never tells you about the other person. He always tells you about you. He tells you what you have done in the situation. So you got to take control and be responsible of the different spirits that are attached to you. Continue to pray and ask God that any spirit that does not look like him, that he continue to remove it. Acknowledge these things so that God, you can allow God to heal you. God says to confess your faults unto one another so that you may be healed. I had to confess to somebody, and I'm confessing it to y'all right now, that in certain situations I manipulate them, and in certain situations I manipulate myself. So somewhere I had to see that, okay, I'm attracting these spirits and I'm attracting these people because this somewhere deep down inside, I'm also this type of person, or somewhere deep down inside, I'm manipulating myself to not even think that I am this type of person. So God was just showing me, you keep attracting these things because you are what you attract. That saying is not just a saying. You really are what you attract. Just like you are what you eat. Whatever it is that's on the inside of you will come out. It will show outwardly, and it will show in a circle around you. So ask God to continue to peel back those layers, prune you and mold you into the woman or man that God has created you to be. And I'm telling you, he's going to continue to show you things about yourself that you didn't know. I would never have thought this about myself. And I'm bold enough to say this to y'all. Like, I'm bold enough because I want to be held accountable for any type of situation that I try to manipulate, or me trying to manipulate myself. And the main thing that God told me about manipulation is the easiest recipe to get out of manipulation, whether you're being manipulated or you're the manipulator, is to be obedient. And I'm gonna tell you how I know this. I'm gonna go back to Genesis, right? The Bible calls Satan a crafty creature when he was in the garden. He doesn't call him like the animals and the reptiles like he called everybody else. He called him a crafty creature because he's the master of manipulation. He manipulated Eve by telling her, guys, you're not really going to die if you eat from this tree. You won't. Surely you won't really die. You'll know more if anything. He manipulated her to the point where she disobeyed God. But had she would have stayed in her obedience, she wouldn't have even been able to be tricked and trapped into manipulation. So I say all of this to say, watch the spirits that are around you. Watch the things that keep attracting themselves to you. Watch the things that keep coming back to you. Keep wondering, why do I keep dealing with these same type of people? It's because somewhere deep down inside, you got to take responsibilities. You got to check yourself for the spirits that are attached to you, or the spirits that you're trying to not be attached to. So I love y'all. Continue to be loved. Just understand that when you allow God to peel back those layers, he'll show you who you really are and the people that are around you. Allow him to heal you and continue to confess your faults to one another so that you may be healed. I love y'all. Y'all be easy. Mwah.